Mater Chapitam Twameva Bandhu Chasakar Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Twameva Matar Chapitam Twameva Bandhu Chasaka Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Twameva Sharanam Mama Deva Deva. All right, I want everybody to please unmute themselves and let us recite this mantra together. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram
Jai
Jai
Jai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai
Om Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. We are grateful to each and every one of you being here with us today. So we are going to continue from the Ramayana, the expositions into the epic Ramayana. We have covered how Kaikeyi sent Ram to exile. We have looked into the strong demeanor of Lord Ram. We have seen how when we don't guide our thoughts well, it is easy for us to be manipulated into doing things by the unguided minds of others. We saw how Kaikeyi was guided and misguided away from the path of truth by Mantara. We saw how past actions always come back to haunt us. We saw this in the life of King Dasharath and the story of Shravan Kumar, the little boy that he unknowingly, unintentionally killed, and that became the source of another curse. We saw and we read how words must be given in proper caution. Word must not be given when we are at the peak of a certain emotion. For when we give words at the peak of an emotion, that word always come back to haunt us. We also saw how Dasharath upheld duty. So long as I have said the word, even if it is to my disadvantage, I will keep to it. He displayed what it means to be a proper gentleman. We saw how Sita, a lady that has never experienced any hardship in her life, I've never known what is called hardship. All of a sudden, her fortune changed overnight. A woman that grew up being pampered, got married with the expectation that this is what it is going to continue, this pampering of having maid servants at her beck and call is what is going to continue. All of a sudden, to have the fortune of her husband turned upside down, and hence from being a princess that stays in the forest, in the palace, now she's a princess without no palace, no maid servant, no jewelry, nothing. If we look at this in this modern day scenario, many of our so-called advanced women, not all of them, and that is why I said many, not all, of our so-called advanced women will say, I don't get married to a husband to suffer, so why should I follow him to suffer? Let me go back to my father's house. When he finishes his suffering, he can come and take me back. Many of our so many advanced women of today's society, we practically do that. But we saw how Sita, in this period here, she was very young. Let's say maximum in her age of 16 or 17. Very young. But being so young with so much eloquence of knowledge, decided to follow her husband into the forest. We saw how Bharat was pissed off at his mom, Kaikeyi. How can you do this? And how Kaikeyi started lamenting and regretting her action. But of what use is lamentation when the damage is already done? It makes no use to start lamenting after damage has been done. Many of us, we do that most often. When damage is done, then we say, oh, why did I do this? There's no need to lament. We saw how Dasharat, due to the, strong desire and bond he has for his son, he could not tolerate it, and how he died, calling the name of his son at his mouth, and how the citizens of Ayodhya refuses to go back. Everyone deserted the whole kingdom, and how Ram had to persuade them cunningly to make them go back into the capital. And we saw how Bharat, his younger brother, being so staunch, says, if my elder brother Ram is not taking the throne, of what use is me sitting on the throne? So I will also follow in the footsteps of my elder brother. So I will not enter into the kingdom. I will not live in the palace. I will also live as a forest dweller. And hence he made a camp outside the gate of the kingdom. He coronated the sandals, the slippers of Ram, and put it on the throne, the shoe of Ram, and put it on the throne. And he acted as a minister, basically going to give the reports of every action to the shoe first before taking any decision. He played the role of an ideal brother. But if we look at all of this, which I was expecting many of you to have asked, so what becomes of the fate of their wives? Because Lakshman was also married. He was married to Urmila. And all of a sudden, you're with your husband. All of a sudden, your husband said, I'm also going to the forest. He is not the one that was exiled. If it is in today's world, the wife will be like, you don't have common sense. It is your elder brother that was exiled. It is not you. So why do you want to go into the forest with him? So what is going to happen to me? Similarly, was the wife of Bharat, Madhavi. She also said, well, if the husband is not living in the palace, I cannot also stay in the palace. I am bound to be where my husband is. Now, there's a lesson that every one of us must learn here. Ideal wife, ideal husband. But to be an ideal wife to a husband, the husband must prove himself by his character. His character must be a proper judge. And you see here, the wives also all accepted and they all stayed. Now Ram has gone into the forest. The first period, the first time as he entered into the forest, he met a king of the forest people. The forest dwellers are called Nishadas. And this king is called Guha. Guha was a long time friend of King Dasharat. He was considered as, okay, this is their territory, so they are forest people. And because they are forest people, so they have their own way of living. That night, when Lord Ram entered into the forest, Ram was to cross was to cross a river. This river is called the Tamasa River. Tamasa. You guys should write it down. It will come up in your exam. When Ram was to cross this river, Guha was afraid. He was so afraid that, okay, I'm going to ferry you through this river, but you must promise me one thing. You must promise me that you are not going to sink this boat. Ram said, we sink the boat. Then he made a recantation, a recounting of the story of Lord Ram in his previous birth. And see, this is one of the beauty of true knowledge. Many of you, all of us that are here, you have come to understand now that this is not the first time that you have lived. But do you know what kind of drama you acted in your past life? Do you know which way you acted, which friends you made, which enemies you made in your past life? Do you know? See, many of us, we don't know. But there is previously, and still till now, it is still there. I want to surprise many of you today. There is a man, an ancient man. It's called Agastya. What did I say? Agastya. Agastya Muni. He created a system where it is easy to see the life a person lived before they got born into this body. And the process he did was what is called Patra Nadi. Patra. Patra means a plate. Nadi means, the knowledge of the plate. And what they do was, you see your thumb. Do you see your thumb? Do you know, or I believe you've observed, that your thumb have a certain shape to it? If you look at your thumb as it is, there is a certain subtle shape, towards the way your tomb is shaped. So Agastya, he created this process and he wrote this down thousands of years ago on a palm leaf. And in that palm leaf, your exact tomb, the exact shape of your tomb, how your tomb is imprinted there. And he said, anybody that goes there, he gives them a recounting of their previous birth, what the name of their father was previously, what the name of their mother was previously, what the name of their father will be in this life, the name of their mother will be in this life. Now, many of you will be like, really? Is this true? Yes, it is true. If you want to fact check it, go on your Google. I have been to this place, and if the universe will, one day, I might take some of you on a pilgrimage, with us. We go there. They will take only the impression of your thumb here, only this. And in this, everything about your previous birth is already written now. What you are going to be doing in this lifetime is already written down. When you will die. People always ask me this question, but tell me, when am I going to die? I don't like to say when people will die. But it is already written there. When you're going to die, where you will be born after dying, it's already written. So Guha was very knowledgeable. And hence he knows many of this knowledge. And he said, if I allow you to enter this my boat, are you not going to sink it down just with one of your tiny feet? He said, no, I will not sink it down. You promise? Yes. Let me tell you about your past life. In some lifetime ago, before you became Ram, there was a king called Bali Maharaj. What did I say? Bali Maharaj. You see, Bali Maharaj is the grandson of Prahlad. Prahlad is a disciple of Narasimhadev. Narasimha. If any of you have read the Bible, you will have come across the chapter where it says, among the Spirit of God is the Spirit of God with the body of a man and the head of a lion. Have you ever come across that chapter in the Bible?
Yeah,
You've
Revelation.
not. It is around the Revelation side. Narasimha, the half man, half lion, he came to protect his disciple, his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. And after he killed Hiranyakashipu. And you see, Hiranyakashipu was born of a saint. His father was a saint. He was born a twin, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. This is their name. Hiranyakashipu was very intelligent. Hiranyaksha was also very intelligent. They were twins. And when their mother wanted to give birth to them, listen attentively to what happened. Their father was a sage sitting down in his meditation. And then the mother came and said, Prabhu, I am feeling that way a woman feels when she wants her husband closer to her. I am feeling it. And I want you. The husband said, my wife, it is okay to have this feeling. But can you wait a few more hours? Because this time is not a good time. The wife said, I cannot wait. This feeling is burning inside me. I want you now, 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 now. The husband said, please, can you wait? The wife said, no, I can't. So the husband concurred and went into his wife. When he finished, he stood up immediately and he started heading out of the room. The wife said, Prabhu, now that this has happened, what will be the fate of the children that is going to be born, or the child that will be born? And that is there's something here, and that is a man, a true man, or a true householder must be able to position himself mentally that when he released his seed into the wife, he must be able to tell what kind of a child will be born due to what? His consciousness as at the time of releasing the seed into the woman, and due to observation of the atmosphere. So the sage said, this action that you have allowed us to do at this time is not a good period. And because it is not a good period, the children that will be born from you will be demons. They will have negative nature. They will terrorize the world. They will be kings. They will rule. They will have knowledge. They will have subjects over, under them. But they will be demons. The wife pleaded, is there anything we can do? She said, the kings, the saint said, no, nothing can be done. Why? Because you came to me and you allowed us to have sexual intercourse when the ghosts, goblins, and spirits were passing by. And now many of you be like, okay, so when is that time? There's a saying, I don't know if I've said it to some of you before, or maybe in some previous class. I don't know if I have. But you see, the hours of the day is divided into 7 parts. And in that 7 part, it is divided also into 4 parts. So you have the hour, you have the minute, you have the seconds, and you have the millisecond. In this division, there is a period that is known as very good to do good activities, and there is a period that is known as very bad. And one of those periods is, you see, the hour of dusk. Does any of you know when it is dusk? What time is called as dusk?
Respectful greetings, but I
Around
think it's
6 p.m.
6:37.
Respectful greetings, sorry. Yes, who was speaking?
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
respectful greetings to you. Would it be
Respectful greetings.
around 6 p.m. in the evening, thereabout?
It is the precision of dusk. Dusk is around 5:45 to 7:45 is considered as dusk. And because of this time the time where Shiva is riding back into the smashan, or let's call it the crematorium. And as he's going back, his subordinates, the ghosts, the goblins, they are around that period. And hence it is said, when a man and a woman copulate around this time, the child born is always chaotic. And there is a warning. Do not do what? Copulate around this time. There is also a higher reason as to this. When the engineer of this world, the engineer of this universe, Brahma, when he first created, and after creating so many living beings, there was a being, a demon that was born from his shadow. And around that period, the sun was not bright, not heavy. It was enticing. And hence, the being that was born from his shadow became attracted to him and says he wants to have relationship with Brahma. Brahma was disgusted. And hence he said, this body now is not fit for creation anymore. So he cast the body off and cursed the body. That because this body, this being was attracted to this body around this time, this period where the sun is. So there is a curse that around this period of 5:45 to, till 7:45, let's just draw the time a bit further, to 8, there will be a lot of emotional infatuations upon people. Now, many of you be like, okay, how do I make sense of this? You see, if you live in an environment, or maybe you may have not been observing it, but I will advise that you should start observing yourself right now. You will see that the body becomes naturally infatuated with people around the period of 5:45 to 8. There's a natural attraction. It is a spell that is casted on the face of everybody. Because what? The sun is not down, it is also not high. It is setting. And because it is setting, if you walk down the road around that period of 5:45 to 8, where the sun is just shining a little bit, so how, the light of the night is just beginning. Around that time, when you walk, you will see that for no reason, even if you are very, very well okay, but for no reason, people just become attracted to you for no reason. And you also become attracted to people for no reason. Every aroma you perceive around that time, every music you hear around that time, every fragrance you perceive around that time, create a more deeper stimulation inside of you around this time frame. And hence it is said, do not do anything that is of a baser level around this time period. Now, if you shift the time also forward from 9 to 10 is considered as good because there is no spirit moving around. There's no ghost. People say, I don't know, it is in the midnight that the witches fly. The ghosts fly in the midnight. No. Their time, the time that they walk is this period that I've given to you. That is their time. And hence, a lot of people say, but I'm terrified of the midnight. When it is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you just start hearing boom, 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 boom. Or you start, I don't know, so many people create so many emotional fantasies and stuff like that, which I believe many of you have grown up, you grew up, hearing, stuff like that. But there's none. And hence, it says, when you sleep around the period of 10, you wake up by 3 o'clock. Whatever activity, because you see, just watch, the sun starts going really down as from 5. But normally, if we calculate it according to our hemisphere, we'll say that the sun actually starts going down as from 3. And also, it is as from 3 a.m. in the morning that the sun actually starts getting ready to be, to come up. So one quarter is considered as inauspicious. Do not do any actions. With any alcohol you drink around the period of 5:45 in the evening will intoxicate you more than the one you drink around 9, 10, 11. Are you understanding? And 3 a.m. in the morning, it is said you should not be on your bed around that time. For that time, as the sun is rising up, if you learn to dedicate yourself to use that period of 3, 4, 5 in worship, in devotion, in meditation, you increase your lifespan. Not only do you increase your lifespan, you also make your path that of good. So this is the division. When Hiranyakashipu was born, he was a terror. But he was a big enemy of Vishnu. Everywhere he wants to kill Vishnu. His son became a very strong devotee of Vishnu, Prahlad Maharaj. That he was a father, but because his son was supporting Vishnu, he ordered that his son be killed. And this boy was just 7 years old. But because the boy has so much strong faith in this incarnation of God, the reason why this incarnation came was because Hiranyakashipu did a penance, standing on his toe for 1,000 years. Everybody stand up. Try to stand on your toe for 1 minute. Let me see. Can you do that? Stand up, everybody. Stand on your toe. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up for the champions. For the champions. Champions, stand up. Champions, stand up. Champions, stand up. Stand on your toes. Let me see. Huh? Can you stand on your toe? On your toe, yeah, the tip of your toe. Can you stand on it? Huh?
No, Baba.
You cannot stand on it for 1
No,
minute.
Baba.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys can sit down now. Huh? Hiranyakashipu, he did a strong penance where he stood on the tip of his toe and raised his hand up for 1,000 years. And do you know what he was begging for? He was doing this penance to gain power, praying to Brahma. When Brahma came, Hiranyakashipu said, I don't want to be killed by any weapon made by men or by gods. I don't want to be killed neither in the day nor in the night. I don't want to be killed not by any human or by any animal or any god or spirit. Brahma said, this is practically asking for immortality. How can I fulfill this? This boon that you are asking for is a very difficult one, for everyone must die. He said, well, I don't care about that, but I've pacified you, so you need to make it possible for me. So Brahma said, Tatastu, let it be so. He gained power. The first thing he did was he waged war on the demigods. I've said it many times to many of you that there is a constant war between the gods. This war is for dominion. So he waged war. He became the king of heaven. He ruled. He ruled. And his son, Prahlad, was born. You see, there is a saying that when a woman is pregnant, even if she is the wife of your enemy, do not harm her. Do you hear me? When a woman is pregnant, even if she is the wife of an enemy, she must not be what? Be harmed. Neither should the child inside of her be harmed. The demigods, when they saw that Hiranyakashipu has gone out, they decided that, okay, let us go. His wife is pregnant. Let us kill the wife. Narada is a celestial saint. He said, but it is not good. You cannot harm the pregnant woman because he is your enemy. He said, but his son must be killed, else this son will become a terror that will, the son of a demon must always be a demon, and he will become a terror that will, terrorize all of us. He said, no, give me the woman. I will take care of her. So this woman, the mother of Prahlad, stayed with the saint all through her pregnancy. And every time the saint keeps singing, Jai Narayan, Narayan, Hari Hari, Swami Narayan, Narayan, Hari Hari. That is all. The saint just keeps singing, praising, giving praise to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the child that was in the womb was hearing all of this. And because the child that was in the womb was hearing this, the child was born and he became a lover of God. There is a point here. The state of your child is dependent highly on the people you associate with while you were pregnant. What did I say? The emotion, yes, Miss Juliana, the emotion, which also becomes what shows the future of the child, is strongly dependent on what? The people you associate with while you were pregnant. If you associate with saintly people, that child will also have what? Saintly nature, saintly character, saintly inclination. Even though Prahlad was born in the lineage of a demon, automatically he's supposed to be a demon. But just because he was fortunate to associate with a saint while he was in his mother's womb, he did not become a demon. 1 minute association with a saintly person can change your destiny. And hence, I beg all of you that is here, always seek a saintly association. What did I say? Always seek a saintly association. For 1 minute association with a saintly person can change everything about your destiny that is not right, about your life that is not right. Just 1 minute. Now imagine continuous association with a saintly person. How many lives has that changed? Uncountable. So Prahlad Maharaj was associating with, Narada Muni while he was in his mother's womb. And he hears about the Lord every day, every day. When he was born, his father was happy. Oh, I've gotten a son. So my demon clan is increasing. This son will be the one that will succeed me, and he will create terror against my enemies. But he never knew his son is going to be the best friend of his enemy, Vishnu. He sent Prahlad to school when Prahlad was 5 years. And he called Prahlad. When your child has gone to school, it reaches a stage, you must ask to see, you must test the child to see what is it that the child has been learning. Is it not? So he called Prahlad. Sit on my lap, my boy. Sit on my lap. Prahlad sat on his lap. Then he said, tell me, what is it that your teachers has been teaching you? The boy repeated everything that the teachers have been teaching them. And then he said, tell me, of everything you've been learning from your teacher, who is the supreme being? The boy said, Narayan, Vishnu is the supreme being. The father was disgusted and he pushed him. Can you believe that? He pushed the boy, a 5-year-old boy. He pushed him away from his lap. Go away from here. The boy said, but I did not say anything wrong. It is what is truth that I've said to you. The father said, you are my son. How dare you mention the name of my enemy? And you know, this person is my enemy. How dare you mention that name? He forgave the boy. He said, okay, you are still a child. So I'll take it that, you're still a child. After some few more years, 6 years, he, asked the child again. And the child repeated the same thing. Now he said, this boy must die. He has been corrupted by my enemy. And because he has been corrupted by my enemy, he should not live. He must die. So what do? Throw him down from a high cliff. You see, there's a lesson here. When one is intoxicated with power, when a man or a woman is extremely intoxicated with power, anyone or anybody that is not in alignment with them gaining more power is automatically seen as an enemy. Are you understanding? Any person that is not in alignment with them gaining more power is automatically seen as a what? As an enemy, even if it is their child. They don't care. They don't care. Throw him away from a cliff. He's not worthy of being called my son. They threw the boy from over a cliff. And the boy just keeps saying, Narayan, 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 Narayan. And he landed down on a gentle grass. The boy did not die. The boy came back to the palace. Huh? This boy is a magician. He has gotten something, because he's born from my lineage. So yes, he must be using some of the magic in our lineage. Throw him in a boiling oil. He took the boy and threw the boy in a boiling oil. As the boy landed in the oil, the oil became a pot of flowers. Crushed him by an elephant. The elephant could not crush the boy. Burn him alive. Have any of you heard about what is called Holi? Holi, Holi, the festival of color. Have you heard of it before?
Yes, Baba.
You've heard of Holi, whereby you see the people keep throwing color to themselves.
Yes, Baba.
Festival of color.
Holy.
How did the festival of color came to be? It came because of Prahlad Maharaj. He was to be killed by being burnt alive by Holika. Holi is basically Holika. He was to be killed. The sister of Hiranyakashipu got a boon that no fire can burn her. So Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill his son at all means because the son is the friend of his enemy. So he said, okay, my sister, you take this boy into that fire, because if he's there, you should, in case anything comes to try to protect him, you can kill that thing. And she took the boy into the fire. And instead of the boy being killed, it was her that was killed. There is a lesson here. The day you hold on to the path of truthfulness and sincerity, that which was set against you no longer has the power to harm you. But there's only one catch. What is that catch? Be truthful and be sincere. That is the only catch. The day you start holding on the path of truthfulness and sincerity, all that was set properly organized against you start actually becoming a blessing to you. But the only catch is what? You must do your part of being truthful and sincere, and holding tightly onto the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Holika could not, the fire was burning her and she died. And Prahlad, that was sent to be killed, to be, he was saved. Out of anger, his father said, show me where this your God is. May your life be such a testimony that people will ask you, show me where your God is. Are you hearing me? Huh? May your life be such a testimony that people will ask you, show me where that your God is. I want to see that your God. But there's only one catch. You must be truthful and sincere. That is the only catch. You must be what? Truthful and sincere. Hiranyakashipu was so pissed off that he has tried all his best to kill Prahlad, and he could not kill him. So he said, I want to see that your God. Show me where that your God is. Prahlad says, my God is here. In this wall, Hiranyakashipu took a mace and smashed the wall. He's here. He's here. He smashed it. And in that smashing was a small being that came out. Half lion, half human. Small. Hiranyakashipu, this is your God? This small tiny thing? Yeah, Prabhu. And as Hiranyakashipu was laughing, it became gigantic. It became ginormous. And it roared. It roared. Shri Narasimhadeva ki jai. It roared. I'm telling you, it roared. And Hiranyakashipu was like, oh, so this is you, Vishnu? This is you, Vishnu, that you have come here. Let us fight. They started fighting. And Hiranyakashipu was killed by Vishnu in the form of what? Narasimha Deva. So I'm sharing this to you. There is a reason why I'm sharing all of this to all of you. And that is, the day you genuinely hold on to truth, even though sometimes it is bitter, even though sometimes it may look as if it is against you, but the day you truly hold on to truth and sincerity, and hold on to the supreme intelligence, the supreme personality of Godhead, you will always be protected from whatever calamity, from whatever unnecessary, problem. You will always be protected. And this, Narasimha Dev came and protected Prahlad Maharaj. And how did he kill Hiranyakashipu? Don't forget, Hiranyakashipu have taken a boon not to be killed by man, not to be killed by animal. So you say, okay, you don't want to be killed by a man, you don't want to be killed by an animal, but you did not say to be killed by a man and an animal together. You see that? Which is why I've always said, in everything that you are praying for, be careful. There is always a silent clause that you don't pay attention to that becomes your curse later on. Hiranyakashipu, he said, I don't want to be killed by a man. I don't want to be killed by an animal. I don't want to be killed in the day. I don't want to be killed in the night. I don't want to be killed inside. I don't want to be killed outside. So Hiranyakashipu said, all right. Narasimha said, okay. You are not going to be killed by an animal. You are not going to be killed by a man. You are going to be killed by a mutant, half man, half human. And Narasimha Dev teared open his belly and removed his intestines and wrapped it around his neck as a garland. Have any of you seen the picture of Narasimha Dev? Can somebody take it? Can somebody type on Google and quickly show so that you can see? I want you to follow what we're talking about. Narasimha, that is Narasimha, Simha. You will see him ferocious, like that. Now, these are not just epics, I'm telling you, these are documented realities. Yes, there's like that. Yes, that is it. Yes, half man, half human. Absolutely. Yeah, you're following, Elizabeth. Thank you. You should see how he teared open the belly of Hiranyakashipu. And he put the intestines around his neck as a necklace. And then he said to Hiranyakashipu, so you say you don't want to be killed in the day, you don't want to be killed in the night. Guess what? What is in between day and night? My brothers, my sisters, tell me. What is in between day and night?
Dusk.
Dusk. Yes, dusk. So you are going to be killed in the dusk as the sun is setting. The sun is not up, it is not down, it is just in between. And you don't want to be killed inside, you don't want to be killed outside. Guess what? How we killed him in the entrance. What is the door when you enter your house? The door frame, is it inside or is it outside? In between, isn't it? So that is where he kept Hiranyakashipu. So you see, you are not inside the house, you are not outside the house, you are in between. The doorpost, you are in between. And he tore open his belly. So that son, Prahlad, had a grandson called Bali Maharaj. Bali was also a very wonderful, powerful king. But one day, he was doing a sacrifice. And it is said, when a person is doing sacrifice or praying, when people come to ask them for anything, you must give. Bali is naturally known as a very generous person. Whoever asks him for anything, he gives. But this sacrifice that he was doing was to conquer and control everything in the universe. And the demigods were worried that if this fellow wants to take everything, what are we going to do? He's going to take all our position. So they went and begged Vishnu, please come and help us. So Vishnu took the shape of a dwarf called Vamana Deva. He went to meet Bali Maharaj and said to Bali Maharaj, I have come to beg you for alms. Bali Maharaj said, okay, oh Brahmin, tell me what alms you need and I will give it to you. He said, I only need 3 steps of land from you. Not 3 pieces of land, 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj was like, excuse me, do you know who I am? I am the emperor. I am a king. You can ask me for acres, big plot and plots of land, and I will give it to you. But you are asking only for 3 steps? What is 3 steps going to do for you? You cannot even put your body in 3 steps. Vamanadev said, a man that cannot be contented with having a little can never be contented when he have many. Remember that. You should write it down. A person that cannot be contented having a little, when they have many, they can never be contented. Bali Maharaj said, okay, take your 3 steps. And at that instant, Bali Vamanadev, that was a dwarf, became gigantic, so tall that when he took his first step, he covered the 3 oceans of the universe. He took his second step, he covered the whole galaxies of the universe. Now, when he took his 3rd step, he has covered everything. There is nowhere for him to put that last feet. And then he said to Bali, you have gone back on your word. You promised me 3 steps. I've only taken 2. The last one I've taken, but there's no place to place it because you don't have anything anymore. And Bali said, on my honor, please put that last step on my head. Please do what? Put that last step on my head. And in that way, the gigantic feet of Vamanadev touched the head of Bali Maharaj and pushed him down. There is a lower planet that is below this earth. It is called Patala Loka. Write it down. It will come in your exam. Patala Loka. It is a lower planet that is below this our earth. It's called Patala. So Vamanadev pushed Bali down to Patala Loka. There is only a prayer that I can offer to you guys here. And that prayer is, may your selfless love and generous desire to serve the Lord so attract the Lord that the Lord desires to put his feet upon your head. There's no blessing higher than that. Many of us, we pray, God, give me your hand, show me your face. No, let the Lord put his feet on your head. Do you know what that means? That the feet of the Lord is resting on your head. There is no greater blessing than that. So, Bali was pushed down to Patala Loka. This action of Bali being pushed down and everywhere was, being taken, was what Guha remembered, and he was saying to Ram, "Hey, you see those things you did in those your previous life. Now you are Ram, and now you want to enter this boat. What if you put your feet and all of a sudden we all fall down, into another planet? Eh? Are you going to do that?" Then Ram said, "No, I will not do that. I will not do that, Guha. I will not do that." And in that way only was Guha able to push and roll Lord Ram on the boat on the Tamasa River and roll them to the other part. Should I continue? Or you're bored?
Well, continue.
Let us take some questions. Any question?
Well, thank you very much. Well, at the time,
Yes.
the demonic father was tormenting his son. Where is the mother? Where is his mother? The boy's mother.
The mother could not do anything. The mother could not do anything because she has no power. She has no say. And that is one thing that is there. Many of us, we've passed through circumstances that is a little bit similar to Prahlad Maharaj, where we are like, let's put it in a modern day scenario, where we are in a toxic relationship with our parent, where one parent is abusive and the other parent does not say anything to the abuse of the other parent. We've encountered all of that. But in this state, what do we do? In that state, we become very bitter, either towards the abusive parent and towards the other parent that was not saying anything. And that animosity, we hold it sometimes till our mid 40s, 50s, 60s. We hold it. But really look at it. Everything is just the hand of providence. Everything. And because it is just the hand of providence, there is a reason why providence silenced or make that other person incapable of defending us. There is a reason. For there is a lesson that we are to learn. But also, I must give a warning. In our life, when things happen to us, we are very eager to want to see what lesson is there for me. Also, we must be mindful, for it's not everything. When we become so eager to want to see what is the lesson that is there for me to learn in this, then we don't really see the action. We just become so transfixed on the lesson that we don't, at the end of the day, we don't learn anything. There have been so many scenarios in many royal families, in today's family of highly influential people. This is one thing that is always there. When one parent, especially when the family is very influential, one person or one of the parents is very toxic and the other one is silent. Whether it is a royal family or a business class family, it is always there. Finding the middle ground is always difficult. But we must keep trying. And how do we find the middle ground? Be a lover of God like Prahlad. That is the only way we can actually, pass through many of the toxicness that comes to us from our family, our environment. That is just the only way. All right? Let's see. Any other question for us? Is there any other question for us?
Baba, I want to ask a
Yes.
question.
Yes,
There's a
Miss
place
Anita.
you have mentioned, and I don't know whether I can phrase it the way you said. You said you will be careful when everything is going well in our blessing. There's some connotation you said. I just can't recall it very well. What did you mean? What did you want to mean? Sorry.
But I
For
just
every,
remember you said
go ahead.
whenever there's a sunset, there's also this gas in what? Sadness.
Yeah.
Yes. Where there is happiness, there is sadness in disguise. When you pray for a blessing, in that blessing, there is a curse. For every blessing you pray for, there is a curse somewhere. But when you don't recognize it, oh, it comes. It comes. And hence, the best form of prayer should not be, God, please give this to me. The best form of prayer should be, give to me what you pleases, as it pleases you. What did I say?
You give to me what God pleases.
What pleases you, as it
What
pleases you.
What pleases God?
That is the best form of prayer. But that one, we don't want to pray it. Why? Because what pleases God is to give you a slap? Or what pleases God is to hijack you and make somebody steal away your money. But God, is this what pleases you? You said I should give to you what pleases me.
That
You
is
know?
hard. Mhm.
Yeah, but we don't want that kind of prayer. But that is the most sincerest form of prayer. That is the most sincerest form of prayer. Yes.
Thank you.
Any other question? Thank you very much, Anita Prabhu.
Excuse me, sir. Respectful
evening.
greetings, Baba, and everyone.
Mm.
Prabhu Baba.
Brown
Prince.
Prabhu.
Okay, it's continuing on from this same question. It says always be careful of the silent curse. So it's like be careful of it. How do you turn it back around to positive? Because in the midst of happiness there is sadness. How do you deal with that? Because it's like you're looking, when you're being happy, you're mindful that the sadness is coming, so you can't really be 100% happy, and you're just looking for where is the curse, where is it manifesting, to sort of easily deal with it. Or it's like, how do you emotionally come to terms with that and just accept the positive, the happiness, and then the sadness that flows along with it?
Well, it's very simple. By putting the infinite intelligence in everything.
Okay.
Instilling him inside everything.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so it's like sometimes you will be mindful, if you see yourself too happy, like brace yourself, you'll be crying in no time. So it's like you just be positive and pray.
No. When you see yourself happy, say, infinite intelligence, this happiness is your creation. I thank you for this experience of this happiness.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah. And then you leave it like that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
This happiness or this feeling that I'm feeling right now is not my creation.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank you for this. And I offer this feeling to you. And in that way, you have offered your happiness, your sadness, as an offering unto the Supreme Being. These tears I'm crying and this sadness I have right now, I don't like it, but I offer it all to you. And at that point, you will see a great transformation of relief inside of you. I offer my feeling of joy. I offer my feeling of sadness. I offer my feeling. All of it, I offer it all to you.
Okay.
At that point, whatever feeling or emotion that comes up later, you've offered it, at the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You just say, Shri Ram, for this emotion, I'm happy, I'm grateful. I offer it to you. This anxiety, I offer it to you. When you offer all that you experience to the Supreme Being, tell me, are you only the one participating in that experience now?
No. It's everybody
No.
around me. Yeah.
Everybody around you, but also now you have also dragged the Supreme Person into it. So if I'm sad, also you should be sad.
Yeah.
Because it is,
Yeah.
I've offered it to you, so okay, you also feel the sadness also. Yeah, you've offered it.
Yeah, that's a good, that's a good way of, looking at it, dealing with it. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you.
And if you've
Babaji,
offered the sadness to him, how do you think he will want to remain sad?
Babaji, I
He will
think,
change it.
yeah,
Yes.
our story already written, right? Everything is
Yes.
written, our happiness, our sadness. We
Yes.
just need to surrender to everything. Doesn't matter how we are feel. The time Shakti is the main power. That
Yes.
change, feeling change, circumstances are changed.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, Pamibadam Prabhu.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Babaji.
Thank you,
Merci.
Babaji. Okay.
Merci.
Merci.
Any question? Okay, then we continue. Please listen attentively. Having entered the dense forest of Dandaka, the self-controlled and unassailed Sri Ram saw a group of hermitage of sages with the sacred kusha grass and bark garment scattered all around, enveloped in grandeur of the knowledge of Brahma, looking like the dazzling orb of the sun in the sky, difficult to look at, the result of all beings with courtyards always well swept, crowded with several wild beasts, and swarmed with groups of birds, always revered and admired with dance by teams of celestial nymphs, decorated with large fire sanctuaries, sacrificial utensils, skin carpets, blades of the kusha grass, and fagots, vessels of water and fruits and roots, surrounded by large sacred forest trees, having sweet fruits, worshipped with oblation and sacrifices, auspicious, resounding with the chanting of Vedic hymns, having ponds with lotuses, and scattered all over with other flowers, inhabited by old sages of controlled senses, living on fruits and roots, wearing garment of bark and the skin of black antelopes, and shining like the sun and fire, and graced by the greatest of sages, auspicious and restrained in diet. It shone like the residence of Lord Brahma, resounding with the chanting of Vedic hymns. Seeing that group of hermitage of sages, adorned with highly blessed Brahmanas, knowers of Brahma, the glorious and highly illustrious Rama removed the strings of his great bow and entered into the hermitage. Then, beholding Ram, those great sages, possessed of divine knowledge, approached him and the renowned Vaidehi with pleasure. They saw him given to the practice of virtue and charming like the rising moon, and also Lakshmana and Vaidehi. Now, many of you will be like, who is Vaidehi? Vaidehi is also another name of Sati, Vaidehi, of renown and being firm observers of vows, welcomed them performing auspicious rites. The forest dwellers saw with amazement the handsome build of the body and grandeur, tenderness, and neat dress of Ram. All those forest dwellers saw Vaidehi, the princess of Videha, Lakshman, and Ram as a wonder with eyes as though steady. Here, indeed, the highly fortunate sages, taking delight in the good of all beings, lodged the scion of Raghu as a guest in a hut made of leaves. Then honoring Rama with traditional rites, the fire-like righteous sages of great fortune offered water, performing auspicious rites with great delight. The magnanimous sages offered roots, flowers, fruits, and even the whole hermitage. And those knowers of the righteous customs with joined palms said, the king, being the protector of righteousness, and also the result for these people, famous, revered, and respectable beholder of the staff of justice, worshipful, and the fourth part of Indra himself. Protect the subject, O scion of Raghu. It is hence that the king, who is saluted by all, enjoys the foremost delightful pleasure. We, being the residents of your kingdom, deserves protection from you, whether staying in the city or in the forest. You, the Lord of the people, are our king. Having given up punishment, controlled anger, and conquered the senses, and having the wealth of austerity, we should always be protected by you as a fetus by the mother. Thus speaking, they entertained the scion of Raghu together with Lakshman, with fruits, roots, flowers, and several other forest products. Similarly, other hermits well accomplished compared with fire and following a just behavior honored Lord. What is the custom in your country when when a guest comes to visit you? What do you do? When a guest comes to visit you, what do you do?
In Ghana, the first you offer the water.
You offer a
You
seat
offer
first.
a seat.
And the water.
And then? Then water. And then what next?
And then you ask of them.
And then you ask of what?
The mission.
Ooh,
Their mission. Okay. Miss Pami Bedam Prabhu says food. Very
Food.
good.
Mhm.
Babaji,
So what
our
happens?
culture treated as a god.
Mm. So what happens when welcome them, offer them seat, then feel welcome, and then offer what? Food. Very good. But
Mhm.
how many of you actively practice this?
Mm.
Show me your hand up if you actively practice this. When a guest comes to visit you, you offer them water. Take some water. Very good, very good. I see. I see. I see. Very nice. A guest, not a family member. When we talk about guests, not family members. Because most often we reserve only this for family members. When a guest, an unexpected person, not a family member, which also means a stranger, when it comes to your house, what do you do? In today's age, people are afraid of welcoming strangers into their house. What if I welcome him and then in the night he takes a knife and what of that? Huh?
Can I say, sir?
Yes, please.
That in our environment, we don't really welcome people. People just don't go to people's houses unless on the rare occasion. It's like if it's somebody doing work, like the engineers to do the boiler or and even so it's like once upon a time we would offer a cup of tea, like, welcome, would you like a cup of tea? But then you realize that the person they don't want no tea. They just want to do the thing and quickly get out of your environment. So, and you quickly want them to do the boiler and get out of your environment. So
Yes.
it's just the nature of this environment where we're in UK, unless it's like family members you're expecting, and people don't just turn up, because if somebody knocks your door, you don't expect anybody. You're not looking out there for anything. It's like, I'll never expect anybody. I'm not looking outside. So that's just the difference between our environment. But I understand what you're
Good.
saying from different environments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is good. That is good. But that also makes people's life miserable now, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Which
Yeah.
basically makes you guys be like, oh, I wish I live in the village. The village life is better than
It's
city
like
life.
you miss your own country, because definitely people would say hello. You meet a friend on the street, you bring a friend home, somebody knock your door, oh, it's somebody turn up. It's like, oh wow, you greet them, you welcome them in, then you offer the water and the food, and so you welcome them in your environment. They're like guests, like proper guests. So
That's
yes,
true.
major
The last
difference.
time when I went to Sweden, the last time, everybody's face was just, they don't smile in Sweden. They don't smile. They don't
Can imagine.
smile. It's,
Baba, leave us alone. No.
Yeah.
the sun does not show, so they are frustrated.
Oh God. Yeah, can I just say as well, when I came to
Yeah.
this country, it was, um, I was like shocked. It was like culture shock when you say hello to somebody and they look at you like, what do you want? You say good morning at the bus stop. It's like, are you after something? They hold their bags. They think, oh dear, I don't want anything. I'm just saying hello, good morning. So you just automatically get into that mode as well
Yes.
with everybody else.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, this becomes that which continuously makes people's life miserable. But we must never forget what is called time, place, and circumstance. There are certain actions we do in accordance to the time, the place, and the circumstance that is surrounding that place. which is the environment. Like if you live in Europe, there is a certain way the people in Europe live their life. And so we must not, we must not remove this from it. Time, place, circumstance. Because if opportunity was different and the circumstance was different, the place was different, the way at which guest is honored will also be different, is it not? So according to the time, place, and circumstance, if you live in a place like, let's say, you live in a place like Italy, or you live in a place like Switzerland, where every one of them is running, they run so much after time. It has to. You have to be here by 2 o'clock. It must be 2 o'clock at the dot. me, I'm very chilled and relaxed. It's like, hey, Charlie, what are you saying? But that is it. Time, place, circumstance. So there are certain things. Please, I want you to understand. The point is, I'm not saying that you should change your ways. Especially when it concerns certain guests. There are certain guests that are, even though they are called as a guest, they are still unwanted guests. They are still unwanted. So we must always put this part of time, place, and circumstance, in it. Time, place, circumstance. We must also put the temperament of the people, in it. Right now, we live in a society whereby everyone is suspicious of each other. Even if the intention is good, everyone have a negative, suspicion, of each other. And hence, what you must do is that at least make it a must, on your own part. If maybe whoever it is, at least comes to your house, a toffee is okay. A toffee or a little biscuit, is okay. They can take it and go. That is something. And if you live in a place like in America, I don't know why. That country is something else. If you live in a place like in America, where they are looking for opportunity to cash on the misfortune of other people, then it's a problem. You can give a toffee to somebody and they have a running stomach. They'll say it is because of the toffee, you gave to them. So they are going to sue you for giving them a toffee. That is America for you. I don't know if it's happening in other countries that you guys are, but this is America for you. So, but at least we must be. Let's put it. Just be respectful of your guest. Let's put it that way. There are certain things that cannot be applied in a particular place, in a particular environment, and this same thing can be applied in a different place, in a different environment. All right. The way the sages reciprocated, greeted Lord Ram is because of their environment, the culture of their place. If I go to Ghana or I go to Nigeria or I go to any West African country, there's a culture that they have, and that culture spreads out, So time, place, circumstance. We must always keep this, in mind. All right. Okay. Is there any question? We are going to continue this next week, Friday.
Respectful greetings, everyone. I have a question.
Respectful greetings to you too, Miss Elizabeth. Yes, please.
The inhabitants of the forest, were
Yes.
they also outcasts, or let me say, on exile?
Please repeat the last part you said.
The inhabitants of the forest, yeah. Were they on exile, or how did they come there?
Oh, they were not on exile.
Hmm.
They are natural forest dwellers. Just like, let's say they are the natural inhabitant or settler of that particular location. Have you heard of the forbidden people of the forest?
No.
There is a group of people, they are human beings, but they choose to personally isolate themselves from everything that is happening in this.
It was, yeah.
They are existing. They are existing, but they chose isolation. And they don't like to have contact with anybody. And the way they live their life, it is to us, because now we have clothes, we have cameras, we have gadgets, we have everything. To us, the way they live their life is primitive. But they chose this.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see, this now you now imagine this is a story, a recounting of a life of a king, of a person that happened thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of years ago. And in that thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of years ago, they were forest dwellers. Now we are in 2026. And in 2026, there are still a group of people that are considered as what? Forest dwellers. They didn't choose, they were not exiled from the kingdom. They just chose self-isolation themselves.
Yeah.
There is a group of them that are in Brazil. I don't know if you guys have heard about them. There's a group of them that is in Brazil. There's a group of them that are in the Amazon. There's a group of them that are in Peru.
Even in Africa.
In Africa, I've not heard of them.
Yeah. I've seen what's it called? Documentary about them.
Papua Guinea. Okay. See, there are groups of them, that are in Papua Guinea. There's also a group of them that are currently still living in India. They are called, let me see. I'm trying to bring it out. They are called the Adivasis. The Adivasis. They just basically, they just living in the forest is what they like. That's just them. And they don't really associate with, many things that a lot of people, we are very much thriving. Oh, I need to make money. They are just very much contented with rearing their livestock, living. Now, how is it that the universe, the supreme intelligence, the supreme being, made it that these people also occupy that kind of demography? And they are, just look at it, they are living exactly in the same timeline as you. They are breathing the same air as you, but their experience of life is different from ours. So they are called the forest dwellers. Since time immemorial, it has always been recorded that there are people that are forest dwellers. They don't stay in the city. They don't stay anywhere. Exiled. That is just them. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Any other question? Any other question?
Speak respectful greetings.
Special greetings to you too, Miss Annie Brown Prue.
Yes, Baba, I feel so good when you say that we should want for the God of the universe to put his feet on our head, Baba.
Yes.
But are we worthy? Or we have to make ourselves worthy?
But of course, we have to make ourselves worthy. And how do we make ourselves worthy? What are you ready to
ਕੰਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੰਗ
sacrifice?
ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਔਖੀ ਹੋਈ ਹਾਂ
What are you ready to sacrifice to be worthy of the feet of God being placed on your head?
Goodness and sincerity, it's not enough. It's more than that, isn't it, Baba? Isn't it, Baba?
It's more than that. Absolutely. It's basically surrender. When you find out that you have nothing else, we actually don't have anything to offer God apart from surrenderness. What do you want to offer that has not been offered before? Please tell me. What is that one thing you want to offer that has not been offered before? Is it money? There's volt of it. Is it position? Oh, thousands and billions of people before you have offered that. What do you want to offer that has not been offered before? And hence the only thing that you can truly offer is just what? Surrender. I surrender it all to you. My breath is yours. My life is yours. Everything that I have is yours. If you want to make me dance, make me dance. If you want to make me mad, make me mad. Everything is yours. Everybody, please unmute yourself. Let us pray. Infinite intelligence.
Infinite
Infinite intelligence.
O Ram,
Oh,
Ram,
O Govinda,
Oh, Govinda,
beloved Lord of my heart,
beloved Lord,
of my heart.
everything I have is yours.
everything I have
is yours.
My name is yours.
My name is yours.
My family is yours.
my family,
My family is yours.
My breath is yours.
my breath is yours.
My body is yours.
My body is yours.
Do with it whatever you please.
Whatever you please.
If you want me to dance, let me dance only for you.
if you want me to dance
If you want me to go mad, let me go mad only for you.
if you
You
want me
want me to go mad?
I surrender it all to you.
Surrender
It all to you.
All is for you and none is for me.
Oh, it's good.
Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yes, we must learn to pray that all is for the Lord. None is for us. Only then do you purchase the Lord. Surrenderness is the currency at which you purchase the infinite. Okay? In the absence of any other question, here is an assignment I want to give to all of you today.
Baba,
Yes.
I think this week you say you have some information for us, but you couldn't deliver if we have forgotten. You said it on TikTok.
Okay. Are you guys doing your fasting?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Yes.
So, when are you ending?
When are you ending?
On the
15.
15th.
On the 15th.
Very good. So, how
For
many
the
more days do you
17th.
have?
How many days do you have?
11.
11.
Oh, congratulations. Mm, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
I'm happy. I'm
I'm
happy
happy.
that all of
I'm
you
happy that all of
are participating and, doing your fasting. Please take it seriously. And I will be coming to Europe. I'm supposed to be in Europe maybe towards the ending of this month or the middle of next month. We'll be in Europe. We'll be going to Italy first. Then from Italy, we'll be going to Germany. Then we'll see wherever it is the universe, directs us or pulls us. And I will want to see all of you. If you are in Germany or whichever part you are, I'd like to see all of you. Come and stay with us. We can meditate together, pray together, and all of that. So yeah, that is that. I can't recall any other announcement I wanted to make, but I guess this we do. Now the assignment for this week. I want you for these remaining days for your fasting. I want you to pick a person and pray for. Do you understand?
Sir.
So there are 18 people here, minus me. So start choosing a name.
Yeah. Please, sir. So should we pick ourselves?
Yeah, pick yourself. But don't pick double. You must only pick one.
Can I pick? I pick Eddie Queen, please.
You pick Eddie Queen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Susie choosing Eddie Queen.
All right. So Susie, Prabhu has chosen Eddie Queen. Prabhu. Okay.
Baba,
Yes.
yeah, I choose Lati.
You choose Lati.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. Lati Mau Prabhu has chosen Lati Prabhu. Very good.
I
Please,
chose
are you
Mama
writing it?
as well, Baba.
Oh, you chose Mama as well. Oh, Lati Prabhu chose Mama Prabhu. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Baba, I choose
Who else?
Susie.
Oh.
You choose Susie Prabhu.
You choose
Okay.
Susie Prabhu. Okay.
Eddie Queen Prabhu
Eddie Queen
chooses
Prabhu
Susie
chooses
Prabhu.
Susie.
Very good.
I choose B,
Who choose B?
Elizabeth.
Miss
Oh my God, I
Elizabeth
wanted to choose
Prabhu.
you too.
Amazing. Miss Elizabeth Prabhu
I
chose
choose
B.
Elizabeth.
Prabhu. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Choose so that you guys can go. You must pray for the person for the duration of your prayer point
Baba
till
says Juliana.
16. Okay.
I chose you too.
Cherian Prabhu chooses Juliana Prabhu. Oh,
And Tasha too.
what is happening today? Are you guys connecting telepathically or what? Huh? Amazing. Cherian Prabhu, Juliana Prabhu also said she was thinking of choosing you. She has chosen
Isn't
you,
that
all right?
awesome? Awesome.
Amazing. It is. It is. Very good. Very good. Okay. We have, well, one person have exited. Okay. So we have 16 people. All right. Choose.
It's Baba, is it just one person to each person?
I think that would be a good idea. What do you propose, Prabhu?
I see where it's gonna have an odd number because it's 17 I'm looking at.
Yes, someone just dropped.
Oh, can I choose Miss Annie Brown? If someone hasn't chosen her
Okay.
yet.
All right.
As
Go
well.
ahead.
So I would have
Go
two
ahead.
persons.
All right. You can choose as much people as you want. Okay. Let us make it more better. You can choose as much people as you want, but you must be very, very dedicated in praying for them. So, Annie Brown Prabhu has been chosen. You chose Adasa. Okay. Adasa Prabhu, you have been chosen by Donaldson Prabhu. Are the other people there? Is Ladifatu there? Magrina, is she there? Or are they not there? iPhone Van Jane, is she there? AB Prabhu, is she there? Pami Badan. You guys need to choose so that
I choose Juliana.
you chose Juliana.
Yes.
Okay. AB Prabhu chose
Sorry,
Juliana.
Babaji. My customer came. So I choose Preeti. Preeti is here today. I choose for her.
Pretty, she isn't here yet. But okay, good. You
but
chose
in my
her.
mind,
So,
the Nelson, I think someone take it already, right?
no one has taken Donaldson yet.
I pray for him too.
Okay, so Pretty and Donaldson.
Donaldson, two people, yes.
Very good. Very
Thank
good.
you, Babaji.
Merci. All right. I want all of you to, I want you to imagine a very good goddaughter of mine right now. She's sick. And we have been praying for her. So I want you all to from the bottom of your heart, I want you to I want all of you to turn on your video. Everybody. Because it is very important what we are about to do. for this